In 1986, I was at Ars, praying quietly in the house and in the church of the Holy Curé. But it was also a huge charismatic event, and thousands had come from all over France. It was going on for a fortnight, and interestingly enough, the gifts of the early church, the gifts of the saints, were fully at work, for it was the same Spirit and the same power, unchanged. In recent times, through Pope Benedict, St. John Mary Vianney has been made patron saint not only of parish priests, but also of priests universally. He is held up as a model not only of true pastoral care, but also of true love for Jesus, for he had the perfect blend. He was a contemplative and a mystic. His altar boys did notice that he wasn't touching the ground at a certain point during Holy Mass. And one could see from his expression the union that he had with Jesus in the Blessed Sacrament. The gifts that he had were precisely those true ones that have always been given to the Church to chosen souls, and we still have them around in certain cases, for the Spirit of our God is unchanged in his generosity and power. More than once he tried to escape, it seems, to become a Trappist, but then he was persuaded to see that these poor sinners needed him directly, and he died in harness, as did someone not dissimilar to him, closer to us in our time, Padre Pio. With regard to Curé Ars, his influence was what it was through supernatural means, penance and fasting, vigil and intense prayer, but also through his collaboration with grace, for he cared for each one, and he knew each one and saw each one, and helped many by a word which orientated their future. This is true pastoral work. A parish priest can influence a whole generation for good or for bad, and there is no replacement for contact between his priestly soul and the souls entrusted to him. And his place is there in harness. In the Purgatory manuscript, one holy priest is found to be in a serious situation in purgatory. The reason was that he neglected his parish while doing retreats outside it. One night at Ars, having been moved by the power at work in miracle upon miracle, prophecy and word of knowledge upon word of knowledge, I realized that I could not henceforth not be a part of this renewal. It was the early church, and it was a Pentecost potentially waiting to come, similar to what we had in Wales more than once. In fact, he died in 1859, a year of outpouring in Wales. And I wrote these words that night. Ars, Here it begins, henceforth, but one sole way can ever lie before my startled eyes. What hath this night been known is known for aye, and yesterday no more its lost plaint cries. A trembling of two worlds hath touched this hour, and in this eve a passing of an age long buried long ago, its ancient power hath left to linger on this oft read page. For though I came not this strange way before, and heard not words like these, nor saw such things, I stare where 'tis not rare that on this shore of puzzlement some pause where it still sings a song of myriad aeons long unknown that have returned, and history overthrown. Indeed, this very morning a little miracle happened here with this image handmade by a friend. The image had fallen directly over the burning candle and had stayed there, and it was completely intact and unburned. Curé Vars is still around.